Good morning and welcome to a morning practice. I'm Simon Greer. This is Tom Scott. Tom's the co-founder and the chairman of the Nantucket project. Good to see you again, Tom.
Hi, everybody.
And we're joined by Barbara Verrochi. Barbara is my yoga teacher, and I couldn't be more excited to have her on the show. I think it's almost got to be 19 years, something like that we've been practicing together, and you've been teaching me yoga. So it's great to see you and have you on this morning.
Great to be here and great to see you and to meet Tom and Michelle, who's not here.
Nice to meet you.
This show, this morning practice show, it really is an experiment. And so we're going to experiment today. We usually settle in and do a meditation. Instead, Barbara's going to lead us in some yoga, chair yoga. And so in a minute, we're going to shift around a little to practice some yoga and see how that works as part of our morning practice. But before we do that, we just start with a round of gratitude, just each saying something we're grateful for. And so Barbara, we'll go to you first. What are you feeling grateful for today?
Well, a lot. I'm always grateful for my son and my family and my friends and coworkers. Especially right now, I feel like when I move into fear and doubt, they kind of pull me out a bit. So I'm really grateful for the people close to me in my lives. And then when I was taking a walk this morning, I felt so grateful to people I was walking by. Like I'd go out into the street or they'd go into the street. One of us would be on the sidewalk. But when they said hi to me with our little masks on and we're all covered up, or I said hi to them, I was just so grateful for connection. So I feel grateful for everyone at the moment.
Great. Thanks. Tom?
I'm going to repeat, I apologize, but I'm grateful for this show, to have an opportunity to do this show. You know, the last show we did with Joanna Coles, she talked about this show. Show is probably the wrong word, by the way. Like, I feel like it's a gathering or something. But it's been really healthy for me. And Joanna asked this morning, or was she asked on the last show, she said, how long do you meditate? And one of the things that's happened to me is I meditate several times a day now, in part because we're doing this. So anyway, I'm grateful for this, and I'm grateful for you being here. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm grateful for you being here too, Barbara. I think that, maybe because you were going to be on the show, I was thinking a lot about you. And I can't remember if I said this on a show before, but I'll say it now that you're here. I started coming to the Shala, to your studio, right after my mom passed away. And I remember feeling like, I'm not going to survive this. Like, I'm not going to survive. And that yoga, your practice, the Mysore Ashtanga practice that we did for many years, like, it let me grieve and move rather than like grieving and sinking. And that I think, like I always say to myself, it saved my life. Like, it took me from total despair to some kind of freedom, without pretending I wasn't in grief, but also not getting lost in it. So I'm like forever grateful for that. And then when I see you on screen, I'm like, all right, Barbara's who led me through that whole journey. So I'm grateful for that. All right, so let's try. Barbara's gonna go to her yoga studio in the back of the room. Tom, I think you're gonna slide back. I'm gonna move back, and we're gonna follow along and do some yoga with Barbara.
So if you do have a chair that has no arm rests, that would be great. And then you're gonna sit a little bit towards the front of the chair for most of the practice. Your feet can be hip width. And you can just lay your hands on your thighs for a moment. And then I want you to close your eyes. And if closing the eyes is too much, then just looking down at one spot on the floor. And then I just want you to feel what's happening inside your mind, like any mental activity, the mental activity Maybe you're feeling clear or distracted. Maybe feeling alert or a little sleepy. Whatever it is, just see what's happening in the mind. And then feeling the face. There's softness or tightness in the face. Feeling the neck, shoulders. Feel the heart, the rib cage. See if there's any tightness there, fear, anxiety. Sometimes you can feel it right there in the heart as a tightness or heat. Just noticing. And bringing awareness down to the belly and the pelvis. Feeling your legs and then your feet. Feel the feet, all of the awareness down to the ground. Just taking a few breaths in and out. Sometimes all the mental activity pulls us out of the body, and just taking a moment to pull awareness down to the feet. It's like the most profound way of balancing the nervous system. Gently open the eyes, right? You can interlace fingers and press your palms forward and then lift the arms up. And if this is too much, you can just have the palms apart or even interlace fingers like this. Okay, so we're going to inhale, press the feet in the seat and lengthen the spine. And exhale, you're going to round the back, look towards your navel, like cat-cows on the chair. You're going to inhale. Extend the spine, lift the arms, and look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, again, finding the floor as you flex the spine. Inhaling, breath and movement, lift the body up, look up. Exhale, if you can, through the nose, looking towards your navel. Two more like this, inhaling, pressing the feet. Lift the chest, look up. Exhale, round, look towards the navel. Inhaling, come all the way up, look up. Exhale again. And inhale, come up, reach the arms up, palms apart, and we're going to twist on the exhale to the right. So that's why you're kind of at the front of the chair. Your hand can come to the back of the chair, left hand to your right knee. Going to inhale. Find the feet again. Exhale, look over your shoulder and breathe one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Come back to center, lift the arms up into the air. And then exhale, twist to the left. So the right hand on the left knee and maybe the left hand to the chair behind the back of the chair. And inhale, look over the left shoulder, look all the way to the left. Exhaling one, and then find the breath. Inhale, slow it down. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhaling, five. Okay, come back to center and inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, release the arms down. I'm going to do a side bend here. So you're going to kind of come to the right side of your chair, right? And your feet are going to be wide. So for some of us, this might be the side bend with both knees bent. maybe if you're practiced a little, you can extend this left leg out like you're doing a warrior two, right? So everyone can do it either way. Inhale, arms out, right? And then exhale, you're gonna lay the forearm maybe on the thigh or the hand on the thigh and the other arm over the ear. And you're gonna look up towards that top hand, almost beyond it. And breathe in. Feel the side body open. Breathing out one. Keep feeling your feet. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale to the other side. So you can come to kind of the corner of the chair. Feet are wide. They can both stay bent, or if you want to extend the leg out, almost like you're doing a seated warrior two. Arms extend. Inhale here, and then exhale, starting to lean towards the left side. Right arm over the ear, the armpit towards the floor. Look to the top hand or past it. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, come up. Exhale. And bring your feet hip width again. So this is a little leg strength, right? So you're gonna stand up in front of your chair. I'm gonna inhale, bend the knees and lift the arms up. And if you have to adjust your camera a little, that's fine. I can see your face, Tom. So this is the inhale. And then the exhale to straighten the legs, arms down. I'm gonna do 8 more like that. On the inhale, if you're feeling strong enough, you're almost gonna sit down. You're gonna feel the chair, don't fall down. And exhale, straighten, 2. Good, inhale, bend, almost like you're gonna sit down. You can feel the chair there. Exhale, straighten, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Good. Sit down. You're going to lean back. You're at the front of the mat. You're going to chair. You're going to lean back a little. I'm just going to turn to the side. So you might be like this, but you're going to hold on to the chair. It's like a little abdominal work, right? So you're gonna hold on, you're gonna inhale, lift the knees up, even if it's a few inches. Exhale, the toes touch the floor. Good, 8 like 8, right? Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, breath moving, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Even if you just lift an inch. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Great. Pull the right knee into the chest. And maybe you start to extend the leg a little. So a little hamstring opening. And I think we're sitting, all of us are sitting a lot in front of computers, maybe. Unless you're in Hawaii and you're running around, right? Inhale, and then just breathe here 1, just 3 breaths. So the leg can stay bent. Exhale, 2, just getting a little hamstring opening, inhale. Exhale, 3. And bend the knee in, and then open the knee out to the side, and you're in a like figure 4 with your leg. Does that work for you both? Yeah. Gonna inhale here and then exhale, start to lean over And if you're comfortable, you're going to keep going with your hands down on the ground. And you can drop your head wherever you are. Breathing 5 breaths, inhale, just finding your breath. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Just let yourself sink in. Exhaling 5. Press into the floor, coming up. Bring your knee in and release. Take the left knee in. And again, maybe extend the leg. You can lean back a little to do this. You don't have to go far. The leg might not straighten. If it does, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine. Breathing in, 3 breaths. Breathing out 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Bend the knee. Open the knee out to the side. Take the foot, the ankle over your right thigh. So it's like a half ankles to knees. Inhale here. Exhale, start to lean forward. You might not need to go far to feel that outer left hip. Again, sitting a lot maybe, or standing, or even walking will tighten the hips. So breathing in. Let the head go. Breathe out 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Come all the way up. Bring the foot down. Just lastly, just to open the shoulders again, if you are looking a lot on the computer, you're going to take this right arm up and bend the elbow. You might just stay like this, or you can reach this other arm around and hold your hands. Even if you have a towel or something, you can hold that. Just taking 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. So you can just hold the elbow, let the head go back, lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Good. Release. Take the other side. Right, so this left arm comes up, bend the elbow. You can stay here or take the other arm around. And inhale, lift the chest, look up, breathing in. Breathe out 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Release. You can just close with a breath, pranayama, breath exercise. You can take your hands like this. Okay. So the inhale, the hands will come apart, and the exhale, they'll come back in. So we're going to just do first just a samavriti, which means same movement. Okay. So I'll call out 3 of them, and then you can go at your own pace for 5 more. Okay, so we're going to inhale, exhale 1. Good. You can even look at your hands. Inhale, soften the belly. Exhale, release the air slowly 2. Inhale, sip the air in. Exhale 3. Continue on your own. You might go longer on the breath or shorter. It's okay. Just letting the breath balance the nervous system. Three more. When you're done laying your hands on your thighs, you can sit back a little bit. Close your eyes. Notice the quality of the mind. If it's the same or different from when we started. Notice the body, where it feels open or relaxed. Feel your hands and feet. Bring all the activity of the mind down, 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 settling down. And thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks,
that.
Barbara.
You're welcome.
Tom, what was it like? We've never done that before.
Not on the show, no. I mean, I did yoga for a long time, and it was around September 11th. I actually, Tommy, who's I think one of the producers today on the show, with his mom originally, and then over the years many times, and then I stopped doing yoga probably 7 years ago or something. I started running. I did marathons again, and I miss it. So when I was doing it just now, I was like, wow. I thought, wow. I do CrossFit, so it's a pretty intense physical exercise, but it's not a very it's a very different exercise or process than yoga. So it felt good. I could muscle memory, thought memory, soul memory, like it all came back. It was cool.
Barbara, what's it like? Have you been teaching like this, chair yoga and from home rather than the studio? What's it like?
Yes, Kristen is my business partner and friend. We've fairly quickly moved into Zoom teaching, online teaching. We hadn't even we didn't even know what Zoom was. I don't think I've ever worked so hard in my life. But we got it going. We're in our third week of classes, and it's been extraordinary, really. One, I'm so fortunate that we could translate our work in that way, because I know so many people are having financial instability, and so we were fortunate at least to kind of move into this other realm. And then we've also, I found it really profoundly intimate to be with people in their homes and to connect with people. I think connection is, again, for me, but I feel like all our students just want to see each other. So just kind of like seeing each other for a moment and breathing together has been really, really pretty extraordinary.
I was worried about how the business was and whether, I picture you in the studio. So I was curious how it was going, not being in the studio with everybody.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's very strange because we have two studios empty, like in New York City, right? But we have been really fortunate, and we get to see people like from all over the world that we haven't seen are coming on and taking a class. So that's a really great thing too, that you don't need to be in New York City to be taking the class. So I expect to see you.
All right, fair enough. Let's grab our journals and we'll write for a couple minutes and then we'll talk. Okay, finish up whatever you're writing. What'd you jot down, Barbara?
I was writing about time and how now that we're kind of a little more settled with this online thing, that I am realizing that how nice it is to have time, to not be traveling places and always moving. And that I'm realizing that even though I have a yoga practice for a long time, 30 years, I do keep myself busy, and like there's a constant activity, consumption. Like I think our culture is that way, right? We just keep ourselves really busy and we survive. So I guess I'm just thinking about that, like the ways I've keep myself from feeling things intensely by movement.
Yeah, I was, it takes between 7 and 12 minutes from waking my son up to him starting school. And at home, it used to take like an hour and 45 minutes from waking up to dropping him at school. And so we were talking about with the hour and 30 some minutes that we got back each day from not having to get ready and go. Where is that? How are we using that time now? Because it seems like we have so much more time, you know? Tom, what'd you write?
I was writing about sort of the notion of the body as a temple kind of thing. And how much do I honor that? You know, when I go bad, I go bad. Like it all goes. Exercise goes, food not only increases in volume, but explodes in its lack of wholesomeness, like radically. I'm being serious. Like I'm not even trying. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Like it really is true. And what is that? You know, what is that in me that I do that? And you know, there's something just. I mean, wholeness works. You know, when I'm on the beam, I just feel like such a connected, alive thing. And it has to include the body, mind, spirit thing. It has to. You know, the things I put into my body, the way I treat my body, the things I put into my mind, the way I treat my mind, the way I'm going to connect with the universe or not connect with the universe is really critical. And this, you know, again, we just did whatever it was, 7 minutes of yoga, and it had me thinking, you know, how do I treat my body? And why am I inconsistent with it? Because I'm very inconsistent.
You know, and Barbara, maybe this is a question of advice from you. I can do similarly, Tom. I can go very judgmental. Like if I'm not doing 90 minutes of Ashtanga yoga, like I'm not really doing it. So why do the 7 minutes in the chair? Or if I'm not doing 40 minutes of meditation, like I'm just doing 3, like, is that real? Is that real meditation? Am I serious? And I feel like you would always say, just get on the mat, just like do one sun salutation, do something. But can you say a word about that tendency to, like, if it's not amazing, it's not even worth doing, and what to do about it in a practice?
Right. Yeah, that's so common, right, with all of us. Kind of this swinging back and forth. I think it's good to set a really simple routine. Like I'm going to sit every morning or at some time in the day for 10 minutes. I'm going to do 5 sun salutations, right? And now more than ever, it's the work we have to do, I think, because of what I was talking about, this kind of, and kind of what you're talking about, Tom, and maybe you too, Simon, like we consume whatever it is, because we don't want to be with fear and anxiety and our anger and all the mental stuff. And so we just take in, which kind of pulls us further away from what we really need to do as far as a collective. Like we got some big stuff that's going to be happening that we're going to have to be like, you know, warriors, like in our bodies and steady. So now is a good training because we are kind of confined. So I'd say just small, sitting 10 minutes with yourself. Like what's going on? And you know, the judgment of it is also part of practice, right? Like, so you're going to sit down and you're going to feel this stuff, like I didn't do this and I'm feeling angry, I shouldn't be angry. And then you can be aware, like, oh, I'm judging. So it's all just part of the practice. You're just bringing awareness, like, oh, this is happening. Okay, I'm just going to, what's that feel like? And then that awareness dissipates the hold that judgment or anger has on us, I think.
Yeah.
So we might have to do that throughout the day. Just stop a minute, close our eyes, breathe for a moment, feel our feet. Say
Barbara,
again?
where are you from? Where are you from?
I was born in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, out by Pittsburgh. Allegheny Mountains.
Yeah, it's pretty out there.
So beautiful.
Pittsburgh itself is a beautiful city. I used to spend a lot of time in Pittsburgh, and it's just such a great place. Simon, you were going to bring up warrior? Is that what I?
Yeah, I was just, Barbara mentioned the word, we need to be warriors. And I know you've been thinking a lot about like, we are warriors. Yeah. What are we fighting for? Is fighting the right word? Is warrior bring up the wrong? So I just wondered what your reaction was to hearing Barbara pronounce warrior.
Well, it's a, I discovered that, you know, not everyone loves that word, right? It has connotations that are not the greatest. And yet it's, I like it. Like, I like bringing that to my work, and I like when other people feel that at work. I love doing it with other people. You know, that's what I like about CrossFit, is that I feel like we're, you know, navigating life together. And, you know, I always use this same analogy, which is that I have this tremendous amount of respect for Serena Williams. And she also just has such a presence that is pretty intense, right? It's pretty like, wow, look at this person, like talk about intense. And, you know, she's arguably the greatest tennis player ever, arguably, you know, certainly in the running. And she doesn't smile that often. And I'm okay with that. I think of her as a warrior. I think of her as somebody who's pursuing a passion, most often with a warrior face. And every now and again, you get a big outburst of joy, or the opposite. And I kind of feel like that's how I like to go about my work. That's how I think of all of us, really, to a certain extent. You know, as much as we want to enjoy our lives, if you look at some of the greats, pick your person, Gandhi, you know, a warrior's posture is something I'm okay with. I think there's great joy in that, and there can be great love in that. Anyway, thinking out loud.
I was thinking about, Barbara, a long time ago, there were a few of us who would come to the Shala, the old studio, for the morning Mysore practice, and it was pretty steady. And it had that sense of what you just said, Tom, like we were a community of people doing this serious practice together. And we didn't talk because it was all in silence, but it was like you would see each other and know that like, yeah, I'm here too, and so are you. And if someone wasn't there, we'd notice like, oh, I wonder where she was today. And there was we were fighting in the best sense of the word, not like battle, but like it was rigorous and intense, and we were doing it together. And I have fond memories of that time. Is that, you know?
Warrior, you know, the strength to, I think it's that strength to get on your mat and the strength to really go in and not to numb out, right? As another aspect of warrior. And I guess I'm thinking about it too, because I feel like we're, you know, karmically it's a collective, like, stop, right? The whole world needs to stop, right? And then we all have to look and see, like, what's happening economically and, you know, environmentally and racially and the injustices, right? And then, so we're kind of have to stop and go back in. And I'm just hoping there isn't this, like, oh, let's go back to normal. Now we can go out again, right? But I'm talking like the warrior of, like, okay, let's go in deep now and really connect with awareness, which is kind of enormous. And then maybe that's the strength, like being set in awareness so that we can really work with each other. Because, you know, economically, you know, we're going to have a big crash here, and we're going to really need to help people, right? All of us. So this kind of strength, like, to be like, okay, at least I'm kind of in daily in my body. So I have some connection to awareness, and then I can go out and kind of face all of the difficulty. Hope that's not too gloom and doom.
No, I thought it was good. It was direct, and I think it's right. I like the idea of the warrior as not numbing out or not just hoping it'll be okay. Can I just do my thing and I'm sure it'll be fine? That's like the opposite of the warrior that we're talking about. So I appreciate that.
And even in my own mind, I keep thinking, like, oh, I can't wait to go to, you know, to the museum again, or I can't wait to travel again. Like, I want to go back to all of my luxury.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks, Barbara. Any last words from you, Tom?
I guess the only one thought came to mind, and that is that, you know, I've worked for myself or with partners for 30-something years. And I'm not just saying this, like, maybe, you know, a collective 6 months in 30-something years, have I been pretty sure we're not about to go out of business. All the other 29 and change years, you know, it's always right around, it's right over there. It's always right around the corner. And I was sort of speculating, where does this come from in me? And I think that's a lot of it, is that it's, and when you, what you said, I find it energizing. I really do. I think, okay, we've got a real purpose now. And I have this call that I was writing Thomas Benna about, and it's called the Live Events Alliance. And we're going to work together to solve our problems. We've never even spoken to each other about this stuff. I mean, we know what businesses we're each in, and we sort of respectfully treat each other, but we don't convene, and we don't reach out a hand and ask for help in return. And there's something nice about it. Mm-hmm. You know, I always used to say, I used to play fort as a kid. Now, fort was like, we're all being like army men, and I don't know exactly what was going on in the fort, but we had to protect ourselves from someone, and we had to like build a moat and do all these things. I loved it. It's great. It's like incredible bonding with friends. And I feel a little bit like that right now. Like, we got to bond together because we need each other's help now. We got to be smart. We're going to have to, you know, lift a collective weight that's pretty intense. Anyway, and what you said I found energizing is my long-winded response.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you, Barbara. Thanks for joining us and leading us in a little yoga practice. It was great. I keep thinking, I wonder what I would have written in my journal had we not done the yoga, to compare it to what I wrote because we did the yoga. And I know we'll never know, but it struck me that physically moving and breathing definitely informed how open I was and how I reflected. So thanks for helping
Yeah.
us.
Thank
Yeah.
you, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much for
Thanks.
having me, and say hi to the family, please.
All right, we'll do. Say
And
hi
my
to
love.
Kristen. All right. Bye, Barbara. Bye, Tom.
Great to meet you.